in a second. Hi everyone.
Hey.
Hi guys.
Thanks for joining us. Can you let me know if you can see and hear us in the chat? I'll write this as well in case you can't. Hi.
Hey. Oh, we can see it as well. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Oh, nice. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Great. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. Perfect. I guess we can go ahead. It seems like everyone can see and hear.
Yeah.
So this is our TikTok 101 workshop, and we've got some very special guests joining us. So we've got model and creator Jaydon Harvey, who's signed to Phoenix Model Management, and he's got 174.8k TikTok followers. We've also got model and creator Luke Akoto, signed to Contact. He's got 43,000 TikTok followers. And we've got model and creator Viv Jones, who's also signed to Contact, and she's got 44.3 thousand TikTok followers. So we're just going to have like a little chat about how you guys have grown your following, like what you like about TikTok, like what you like about modeling, and how it all feeds in together. Just
Awesome.
going to
Thanks for having us.
I'm just going to check that everyone can see. So one person. Okay, so the first question, I'll ask this to Jay first. So can you describe your TikTok to us? Like, what's your kind of niche? What's your theme?
So I thought about this before, and then I actually realized that I don't know specifically. I realized that I actually just post everything and anything that I want, like anything I'm interested in, wherever I am, whatever it may be, whatever people ask for as well. I think it's really important to make sure that you're giving people the content that they want. So obviously, if people are asking me to make a specific type of video, then I'll always do that. So it can get really random. It could be anything from like a fashion video, a skincare video, maybe like a travel vlog. But obviously, recently, I've just been stuck inside, so we've had to work with my bedroom and limited things to make content with. So literally a bit of everything, just anything that interests me. I like to speak a lot about modeling on there as well, just to give advice and help to people who are interested.
Really cool. So whatever you seem to be doing is obviously working because
Yeah.
lots of followers.
It was more fun before when obviously we could go outside and I
Yeah,
could see different people. So it's been really challenging to try and think of content
definitely,
inside my home alone,
definitely.
but it's definitely worth it.
Cool. So yeah, same question to Luke.
Just like Jay says, I'm the same. My content switches up all the time, but I think that's the beautiful thing about TikTok. Like you can show your personality because like everyone doesn't only do one thing in life. So TikTok allows you to show, oh, I do modeling, and me myself, I also play basketball as well. So I show that a lot on my TikTok. But mainly my stuff is uh a bit of modeling, a bit of basketball, and then kind of funny skits as well.
Yeah, I've
Trying to
seen
show my
a lot of
personality and
humor, like
connect with
on yours.
people.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's also cool, like different to Instagram. I feel like Instagram, everyone kind of has one theme, like mainly just modeling. So TikTok is really great to like
Yeah.
with your personality. How about you, Viv?
Yeah, I definitely kind of agree with what both the boys were saying. Like, I feel like TikTok really allows you to just sort of post like different things and kind of different parts of your personality that I feel like other, social media platforms don't allow for in the same way. So obviously, like similarly, I like post modeling content, but I've also posted like uni content because before I was modeling, I went to Cambridge, so kind of um, like help with like interview process and things like that. So I feel like they're like kind of two very different worlds, but I'm able to like show them both on TikTok, which I love. And then I like that it's such a great place for anyone within the LGBT community. Like that's been really amazing for me about TikTok as well. So I feel like some of my content is related to that. So yeah.
Cool. So the next question, we'll start with Jay again. What made you start your TikTok account, and what was your first video?
I actually remember very specifically. I was in France on holiday with my friend and her family. So it was kind of like a family trip, and obviously we were there for like 2 weeks or something. So we got kind of really bored at one point, and I was like, "Oh, TikTok! You know, everyone's talking about TikTok. Like, I should totally make an account." And I said to myself so many times, "I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna start TikTok. There's no way. Like, it's way too embarrassing. I'm not gonna do it." And then I made a video, and the first videos I made were so stupid. They literally were just nothing. Like literally just me lip syncing to songs and showing off nothing. Like literally just doing nothing at all. But I quickly like fell into the trap of what do you call it? Like relying on the approval of complete strangers on the internet.
Definitely.
Like once you see 1,000, you're like, oh my god, let's get 2,000 views. Then when you see 2,000, you're like, okay, 5,000. And then I'm like, okay, now I need 1,000 followers. Then I need 10,000. So I quickly just like got like sucked into it, and before I knew it, 170,000 people later. So
Wow, really cool.
yeah.
How about you, Luke? What was your first video and why did you start?
At first, I'm not going to lie, I was not a fan of TikTok.
Really?
At first, all my friends at school had it, and I was saying, nah, I'm not downloading that app. I'm not doing anything. But then, one of my friends sent me a really funny video, and I was thinking, I can do something like this. So I went on TikTok, made my account, and it got a couple of views, and I was like, let me start doing this, and then you get on the wave, and then I'm just obsessed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to be
But
a
yeah,
running theme. It's like once you see the likes and views come in, it's like, I have to do more.
Yeah.
How about you, Viv?
100%.
Yeah, no, I think it's so true because I feel like, I don't know, I've had my Instagram for years and it's so much harder to like grow in any way on Instagram than it is on TikTok.
Definitely.
That's probably one of the things that like obviously the content on TikTok's really addictive, but also just like it feels quite rewarding, the fact that like you can actually like build a following and a community in a way that I really feel like has been much harder on platforms like Instagram for me. So yeah, and then I've forgotten the original question.
Right? Do any of you remember your first video?
Oh yeah, mine was like last summer. I started with all I knew of TikTok was like the dance videos.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And it was just so cringy, and me and my friend just did like, neither of us could dance, but we just made like a few videos like learning kind of, like
Yeah.
at the time like learning dances and just being silly. So that's kind of how it started, and then it's only when I started to see other people come up on my For You page who would do like fashion content and stuff, and I was like, oh wait, like I can use this platform like in a much more creative way than showing all my like subpar dancing skills.
Yeah. That kind of leads on to another question, like how did you get over, did you have any fear or nervousness, or like were you embarrassed to post? How did you get over that and start your account?
Yeah, for me, like I don't really think I did have
Yeah.
about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm quite an embarrassing person in real life, so I don't think I have much of a like bar of like, oh, I'm gonna be embarrassed by this, because I feel like, yeah, that's just not massively part of my personality. And I probably, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but like when you're modeling anyway, I feel like you're quite used to like putting yourself out there and sort of like performing in some way. And I think just the job itself kind of you have to get over feelings of nerves, or at least hide them, because otherwise you just can't really do your job. So that probably helped with that.
Definitely. Yeah. Did any of you guys feel the same? Like,
Yeah, same for me as well. Like when you're a model, you just have to put yourself in the most weird, awkward situations. Like I'm sure we've all had like the weirdest shoot ever, and there's like 100 people there watching. So it's a lot easier when it's just your phone and there's nobody actually there to see you dancing around in your room alone. So it's not really too bad. But I think TikTok is different to like other social medias such as Instagram, for example, because Instagram has this level of perfection that I feel like you have to achieve in order to get successful, and TikTok is like very different. You can be yourself way more. You don't have to be perfect all the time. Whereas Instagram, I feel like I need to always be, airbrushed and perfect and only post at a certain time and blah blah blah. Like TikTok is a lot more comfortable in that way.
For sure. So do you remember what your first viral video was? Should we start with Luke?
Yeah. my first viral video was about my hair actually, because most people are quite fascinated about how I grow it and stuff like that. So I did a video on just my transformation, because I've been growing my hair for about 2.5 years
Oh,
now,
cool.
and lots of people were really interested and was DMing me and stuff like that.
Wow, that's really cool. So your
Yeah,
account just kind of shot
yeah,
up from then.
yeah.
That's cool. How about you, Jaydon?
My first, well, I had a few like viral videos, but like the biggest one I got is currently sitting at 10 million views, which is insane, like way over 10 million. And it's not even of me. It's literally of my friends. It's not even of me. So we were at a party. Obviously, this was like so long ago. And there was like this trend where basically you would show yourself before the party, like, oh look, it's so fun. And then obviously in the morning when you're a bit feeling rough or a bit hungover or whatever, and I just made a video using the sound from old videos I had in my like camera roll of two of my friends singing and stuff, whatever. And then I showed them in the morning when we obviously looked really rough and horrible, and people thought it was hilarious. But I remember posting it at like probably like 1 or 2 a.m. and I literally went to sleep like as soon as I posted it. And when I woke up, it had like 200,000 views, and all my friends had messaged me like, "Have
Wow.
you seen like your TikTok? Like it's got 200K." And I was like, "What the hell?" And it didn't even have a caption. Like it didn't even have anything written in the caption. It was just the video, which I think is why it got so many views, is because there was no context at all, so everyone just
Mhm.
assumed what they thought had happened in the video, like at the party or whatever, which was completely wrong, but it was hilarious to see everyone. And literally, I think it hit 1 million in its first day, like 1 million views, and then it went up from, and it still gets views like even
Wow,
today, which is insane.
that is
But that was my first time like
Crazy.
being overwhelmed. Like I
definitely.
had to like turn my phone, put notifications, because I was like, this is crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't know how people do this every day. Like it was really insane, but it was so much fun.
You're like, I need a manager.
Yeah, I was like, I can't take it anymore. Call my agent.
How about you, Viv?
Kind of similarly, I had like a few, but the kind of I had one when like sort of late summer when I was meant to have graduated from uni, and obviously there was no graduation, there was no nothing, like we were all at home, so I just sort of like made a little video of kind of like graduating from home. And obviously because it's Cambridge, you kind of have like ridiculous clothes, like you have like a gown and stuff, and so I made a video of me like cycling down my road in my gown, and then
Oh,
Harry Potter-esque, and that was like the first one that kind of blew up. And then the first one that was sort of like properly big that suddenly like went over 1 million was just like a random styling like outfit video, and I'd done like a whole bunch of them and they were all pretty similar, and like none of the others had gone crazy.
yeah,
And weird about TikTok is like it's so unpredictable which videos like blow up.
Yeah, I
definitely.
was gonna say
Yeah,
the same. It's completely random. Like it could be anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even the ones you think are gonna get so many views, they get 10 views, and then the ones that you have
yeah.
no effort in at all, they get millions and millions.
wow.
Guys.
So that's kind of like the next question. So a lot of people are really interested in how to grow their TikTok, and we're wondering if you guys have a strategy, or if you stick to a theme, post every day, do you interact with other people, or is it just like purely luck?
I think for me, when I was really trying to grow my platform, like on purpose, was probably from the start of like lockdown, like March last year.
Yeah,
I obviously just had so much free time. I think I was posting every day, twice a day, 3 times a day,
yeah,
4 times a day, like
wow.
literally just pumping out content like every single day. And the algorithm used to be quite different. I think it's changed recently.
Hmm.
Because obviously now they've got so many millions and millions of users. I think they tried to make it a bit more fair in some ways. But yeah, for me, it was just like posting a lot, just a lot of everything as well,
Yeah,
as much as I could really, which really helped because it just meant it got my name out there, it got my face out there more, and just interacting with everyone as well. Like I try to reply to as many comments as possible, following similar accounts to me, stuff like that. But yeah, pretty like standard. Like
yeah.
sometimes it is a bit of luck as well, though, definitely.
A mixture, definitely. Like a lot of
Mm.
work is put into it. How about you, Luke?
Yeah, I feel like it's a mix of a luck. For me, I feel like it's a mix of luck and just also being yourself. Because I feel like when you're properly yourself, other people see you. Like people that are kind of like you will
Yeah,
follow your account and like start to comment a lot and share your videos. And it's just finding the people that are kind of similar to you, and you kind of like on my account, I built like a little family of people that regularly comment, and I love to reply to comments and stuff like that, because like it feels like you're closer to people, even though you don't know them as well, and that kind of just helps me grow.
definitely. How about you, Viv?
Yeah, no, I feel kind of the same in that you definitely start to notice that like the same people will like comment on all your videos and or like
Yeah.
it's really sweet. And I've never had that with like Instagram or other platforms, so I really feel like it allows you to like create like a nice sense of community. So yeah, I think definitely like replying to comments, and then yeah, I feel like a lot of it's luck, but also just paying attention to what does well, and it's kind of what's worked for me is definitely like posting a lot of different content and then like responding to what people are interested in and what people want to see, while still obviously like showing my personality and creating what I want to create. But yeah, being responsive. And I think like Jay said earlier, when people like request videos or like ask you to do specific things, like I really love doing that, because it's really kind of feels more personal, like you're creating stuff for people. And yeah, just responding to your audience, I think, is probably like the best way to grow.
Definitely. That's really good advice. So who are your top 3 creators on TikTok? You can pick one or you can pick 3. If you've got any favorites? Should we start with Luke? Oh, sorry. Or Jay?
Sorry, I was just gonna like
Go for it.
start. I was just gonna say I have so many. It's like so
Yeah.
hard to pick 3.
Do you have one that you'd like you go to every day kind of thing?
I love like accounts that are really like chatty. I love
Yeah.
accounts that when people, it feels like you are just sort of talking to, like they're talking to you more. So I have like my friends Lauren, her TikTok is Lozic. It's like she's a musician and she just posts a lot of like fun like content, a lot of beauty stuff. Literally just feels like you're on FaceTime. I've made a lot of friends as well on TikTok. So I'd say like all the international friends I have, like all the way over in States and stuff. They're like my favorite accounts to interact with, just because it feels like we're friends, but we've never met and we probably never will. But you never know, maybe one day.
It's really cool. How about you, Luke?
It's so hard to pick because of like how much you see every day on TikTok.
Definitely.
But there is one account, I think his name's like Trey Douglas, that just always felt like without fail, I laugh every single time. But I have too many favorites just to pick like a top one.
Is
I'd
he
say.
someone you'd want to do a collaboration with at some point or something? Or have you?
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
How about you, Viv?
Yeah, I feel like similarly, I feel like I've kind of got a lot of like, I feel like my favorite accounts are like mutuals that I've again like met through TikTok, and people who also make fashion videos. And I'm trying to think of like specifically, but again, there's like so many to name. But like for example, Zolita is like a queer artist who makes really great music about being a woman loving woman, and she makes like really, really funny kind of content on TikTok, and I've become mutuals with her. So just there's like countless people, it seems mean to like name one, because
Yeah.
so
You love all of them.
content that like inspires me to want to make similar stuff. So yeah.
Definitely. So the next question, we kind of touched on it earlier, but how do you find inspiration to keep creating videos in lockdown?
I find a lot of
Mm.
inspiration just from like my mutuals and my friends on TikTok. Um, TikTok is very trend based, so it's very helpful because you can just scroll through your For You page, and in the first 10 videos, you'll see probably 2 of the same, just different people. So it's very, very helpful to fall back onto trends if you're running out of ideas, is just to look at what's popular, look at popular audios as well, because that can really help to grow your account. Is if you're using popular hashtags and audios and just doing similar trends that people are obviously enjoying, because that's why they're trending, can be really helpful. That's what I usually do when I'm in doubt, is I'll just fall back onto something that everyone else is doing
Definitely.
rather than like rack my brains for completely original content. I'd rather just put my twist on something that already exists.
That's a good idea. How about you, Luke?
For me, I find it quite hard because because most of my content is like a lot of skits and stuff, and I got like inspiration from just like real life and going out. Like I'd be at sixth form, I'd think of ideas, but being at home, because when say I take a 2 day break, I'd have people DM me saying, "Oh, where's the video? Where's the video?" So that keeps me going and keep me trying to think of new ideas and stuff like that. And like Jaydon said, if you're ever in doubt, look at the trending videos and like try to put your own twist on audios. Like TikTok make it very easy for you to try find something to post.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how about you, Viv?
Yeah, I think I feel like a lot of my content at the moment is like style based. So I feel like a lot of the inspiration I get is more from like new pieces that I have, or like pieces of my wardrobe like I haven't worn for a bit, and I'm just like, how can I try and make this interesting and like make a video out of it? So I feel like as much as it's kind of difficult because we're all like stuck inside, and there's certain content that's just like not possible to make now, I also feel like it's like TikTok's a great thing to do when you're inside all the time, because it's something you can literally, like, I feel like Instagram, if you like take a picture in your room and the mirror every day, it gets so boring so fast. But with TikTok, I feel like you can do a lot of different stuff and a lot of different kind of video concepts just from your bedroom. So in some ways, it's kind of the perfect time to start a TikTok.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the next question is to do with modeling. So how has TikTok benefited your career, if at all? Like, is it like to do with maybe you've got some more followers on Instagram now, or do people come to you direct from TikTok? Like, what's worked for you? Start with Jaydon. Jay, sorry.
I think when I started posting on TikTok, I originally one of the goals I had was to grow my Instagram as well. I thought, oh, this is a great place to transfer my followers on TikTok to Instagram, because the ones on Instagram are definitely, I'd say, they're not more important, but the more Instagram followers you have, it can really help with jobs and stuff. For me, it's helped a lot because now I have the opportunity to do paid social media jobs, which I didn't really have before, without a following. You can do it like with smaller platforms, but it's a lot harder. So obviously the bigger platform, the bigger the paycheck is going to be as well, which is always fun. So it's really great in lockdown when obviously we can't go to the studio to shoot and there's less work going around. It's very, very helpful to be able to work from home. So for me, like growing the Instagram following has been really, really helpful. It means that a lot more brands are seeing me. Brands trust me more as well because they see that I've got an active following, and we interact a lot as well. You know, they're not just inactive followers, they are real people. So that's helped me a lot to be able to work from home. But now we can go back to the studio and stuff. It's just a lot more fun to be able to post videos like, oh, look at me, I'm on a photo shoot, fun content. So it works hand in hand. So it's really, really cool.
Definitely. How about you, Luke?
Yeah, like Jaydon said, I feel like it helps a lot with growing your Instagram, because like say you were to start an Instagram tomorrow from 0 followers, it's so hard to just grow on the app by itself. Whereas with TikTok, um you can start an account tomorrow and you could post something and probably blow to 2,000, 3,000 followers in one day. So with me, lots of my followers have transferred to my Instagram, which has helped as quite a few brands have approached me to like model clothes and like post on my Instagram and stuff, which I wasn't getting before. So
That's
it's
really cool.
very, very good.
Is it the same for you as well, Viv?
Yeah, the same. I think I've had like 2 bookers who have found me through TikTok and then have gone to contact and like booked me for jobs. So it has like quite directly got me work like that. But then I guess the same, just it's definitely boosted my Instagram. I was like stuck at the same amount of followers for like a solid year. So it's really helped with that, and getting like to do kind of paid brand deals on Instagram and on TikTok. It's just, and then I think just that kind of, I feel like what's important, I guess, with modeling as well is sort of developing your own image and brand behind the scenes, and sort of making sure that you have like a voice and a personality and all of those things. So I think it just really helps you to kind of develop that and develop the way that you want to be seen, and it gives you quite a lot of control over that, which I really, really like.
Definitely. So that's all of my questions that came through on Instagram. We've got a few questions on here. The first one is actually like, is TikTok a good way to market yourself? And about clients, casting directors, and everything. So we've kind of answered that. Like TikTok, you guys have gained loads of followers on TikTok, and some of them have transferred over to Instagram. So yeah.
About anything, make content about anything. So I mean, regardless, even if you're in the modeling industry or whatever you're doing, it's a great way, I think, to market yourself. I feel like stuff comes up on my For You page all the time where people with like different skill sets are like, you know, like people who are like maybe social media like strategists or something, giving you tips on how to like grow on Instagram. And it's just like, I feel like so many people with different skills can really use TikTok to market themselves and their skills.
Yeah, social media in general is such an amazing business tool, like regardless of what it is. I think obviously for us, we're all models. So it's very like image based, but I've seen like so many businesses like literally blow up like overnight just because of TikTok. So it's definitely like great for everyone, but specifically for us, it's I think very easy because obviously you're looking at us, which is our image, which is essentially what you'd be booking and paying for is our image. So it's great, like you said, to be able to grow your voice and an image and just market yourself. Like I literally feel like I'm selling my body on the internet like every day. Like, please, somebody book me.
Definitely. It also with the industry now, like you are being booked on your personality as well. So it is really
100%.
cool to have a platform that you can just show like, this is me. And yeah, people end up booking you through that. Another question is, what are all of your usernames on TikTok?
I put mine in the chat. Mine's Jaydon.Harvey, Jaydon.Harvey. All of my socials are actually everything. So if you want to add me on anything, my Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, they're all the same.
Perfect.
My name is Vivoya, which I wish I had that username on Instagram as well. And I've even been like pathetic enough, like, you know, the person who has it, they have like 0.
Did you message them?
Yeah.
Please just let
report their account, delete it.
yeah. But so yeah, Vivoya on TikTok and then just Viv H Jones on Instagram. So
my name on TikTok is just my actual name. It's Luke Akoto, so LukeAkoto. But on Instagram it's Luke.ao1.
Perfect. I'll send out an email to everyone as well, and I'll include your username so everyone has them. We've also been posting on contact.xyz, and everyone's tagged in that, so you can have a look there. Another question. I've started posting in January, but I'm not getting anywhere. Advice like being myself a bit more. Don't you find it slightly exposing for yourselves? How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you're giving too much of yourself away, or are you like tone it in? I don't know.
I think I definitely there was some points where I felt like, oh my God, I have put so much of myself on the internet and it's just out there forever. And there has been days where I've definitely gone through and taken down so many videos where I'm like, this doesn't need to be on the internet anymore. Like, hopefully no one's seen it.
Yeah.
I think you just have to set boundaries with yourself. But in online in general, more recently, I've definitely like taken some steps back and just keeping personal things personal and private things private. I don't really ever talk about my family life or like relationships and things. I think the things that are sacred to you should keep sacred. And it would definitely be worth it because you don't want so many people looking at every detail of your life. When you are a content creator, you're obviously sharing so much of yourself online. So you definitely have to set boundaries about what you keep private. But no, I definitely feel like I expose myself a lot. You just have to get over the barrier that you have in your mind of like everyone is going to look at you and be judging you because at the end of the day they're just on the other side of a screen and you know they don't really know you very well. They're just, you know, comments don't mean anything. All the negative comments, I mean, sorry, they don't really mean anything. So you just have to get over the boundary in your head and just put yourself out there and people will notice it and it will be reciprocated. You'll get a good response from everyone when you're being yourself online.
Definitely. That's really good advice.
Yeah. most definitely. I believe the same thing because I feel like for me, I used when people leave because I feel like whatever you post, you're all gonna have a few people that are gonna post a couple of hate comments. But
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like with the hate comments, you have to look more at the comments that are actually hyping you up and like showing you actual love. But
Definitely.
yeah,
And the amount of followers you guys have all gained is clearly showing that like people are interested. So you can just totally ignore the people who aren't.
Sorry.
Yeah, and again,
yeah,
something where it's like I feel like this industry definitely prepares you well for it because you're just like so used to rejection that like
Yeah,
Yeah.
negative comments I feel like it doesn't hit me. It doesn't really make me feel something. But then I definitely agree with what Jay was saying about I don't know, it's difficult I think to find a boundary in terms of like what to share and what to hold back. And I think I've found that particularly when I've made more videos talking about like my sexuality and stuff like that, which is something I really want to talk about. And I definitely feel like, especially when I was younger, if I'd seen people like making content online about their sexuality, that would have been so helpful for me. So I really want to make that. But then as soon as you start talking about it, you open yourself up to so much,
Yeah.
so many questions about like every friendship in my life now. I feel like I have DMs. Is it more than that or online? You know, just very homophobic questions, and I've not dealt with that much homophobia. I feel like in my real life, but online, I feel like people feel much more open to say whatever they want. So I think that's probably what I found the most difficult. But I try and remember that the reason I'm doing it is because it's helpful for other people, and also I want to make it. So I just try and
definitely. It's a really positive way to look at it for sure.
Yeah, just focusing on the positive. Like it can be really hard. Like I've like had videos before where like there's like 100 nice comments and there's one person who's like and I'm like, oh, my poor little heart, I can't take it. But you do just have to focus on the positive only.
Definitely. So that kind of leads into another question that someone's asked. What's been your favorite experience from being on TikTok? If
I
you have
think
one.
I think for me, I remember like when I first started gaining followers like quickly and it started getting big. I remember seeing the accounts the I looked up to and the I followed and I loved started following me back.
Wow.
That was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I remember when I first started, I followed accounts and I used to look at them and think, oh my God, they are so famous, they are so untouchable, they're not even real people. Like how are they? And I've surpassed them like so many times. Like I've gone over the amount of followers they have and I'm like, but you know, they're just normal people, I'm just normal people. It doesn't, once you sort of like start realizing that like everyone is just a normal person just living in a normal house, living a normal life, everyone's got normal problems. um but I loved it when I started seeing the people I look up to like start following me back. That was like really amazing. I think I just learned a lot by having a platform on TikTok, just learning about publicity and just learning about your image and how easy it is as well to create like a false identity, like how fake some people can be online. It taught me a lot. So I've definitely like enjoyed the whole experience of just like joining the online world, I guess.
Definitely. How about you guys?
yeah. That's the same for me as well. At first I was in the mind frame of like, I saw followers as like a bridge. Like I'd see people and they did like once you start riding, you start to see that everyone's the same. Everyone needs to use the toilet, everyone needs to drink water. Like but yeah, when people that I looked up to as well started following me back and even DMing me saying, that's funny, that's a good video as well. That's really rewarding. And I enjoyed that,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think also, just like the interactions, I think with other people, like I've got like 3 or 4 people that I've met through TikTok who I will like FaceTime now. And I feel like, I like people that I really care about in my life. And I think that's probably been the most rewarding experience from me from TikTok is that I feel like I've made, genuine connections, which is something that's like very hard to do during a global pandemic. So, I'm really grateful.
Yeah.
For
I've
sure.
made so many friends as well. I forgot to mention I've made so many like friends in real life. I've made loads online, of course, that live far away, but in the summer of last year when we had a bit more freedom, I definitely got to meet and make really good friends with so many people online. It's just so much fun, like just a whole new friendship group, and they all relate to you, and it's a lot of fun.
It's really cool. Okay, so what's the weirdest slash funniest fan experience any of you have had? Have you had any of them like bumping into you in real life or?
Yeah, I had I don't want to say weird because it was actually really sweet, but I think I acted really
You
weirdly.
found it weird?
Yeah, I was
I wish there was like a manual on how to interact with followers. Like, what am I supposed to do?
yeah, this really sweet girl like stopped me in the street, and my like initial response was, oh my god, this is somebody I know from school, and this is embarrassing because I don't remember them, and I was like racking my
Yeah,
brain.
you immediately think, who is this?
Yeah, and then she was like, oh no, I follow you on TikTok and I like love your account, and then she'd applied to Cambridge because she'd seen my video, and I did a live. Lots of people got their like results back to see if they'd got offers from Cambridge last week. I was doing a live, and loads of people had like, whose usernames I recognized, were like commenting and being like, oh, I got my offer and I wouldn't have thought of applying if I hadn't seen these videos. And in the like the just the best thing from it, those kind of interactions. But I do feel like it's not weird because they're weird, it's weird because I'm really weird.
Yeah.
I'm just like really awkward, and then I'll have to message them afterwards and be like, sorry that I'm like so awkward in real life. But yeah.
Same for me as well, like seeing people in the street. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were going to say. You go ahead if you like.
Nah, Jaydon, you go first. You go first.
Thank you. I was just going to say, like, it's the same as well. Like, it is really weird when you meet people because you don't really know how to act or how to respond. Do I ask if you want to take a picture or not? Like, how much do you care about me? Like, do you really know me or not? So I feel like you have to gauge, like, what they like or what they want, or if they want to like say hi, or if they just wanted to say they like your video, or if they want to have a chat. I always try to speak with people and like have a little conversation with them. But I remember one time I was in Oxford Street and I was shooting for a band. I was doing like photography for them, and as we were waiting outside one of the stations, and like I didn't get like mobbed but there was a lot of people and I just felt so awkward because my friends didn't really know, the people I was working with, they didn't really know that I had a following and stuff. So they were like, who are these people? And I have no idea. So that was really funny because the people I with had no idea, and they were like, what just happened? Like, how do all these people know you?
Like,
I thought they were all together as well. Yeah, I thought they were all together, but they weren't. They were like separate people. But it was so much fun, and I love it when people come up to you. It just like, it reminds you that these are real people and real names and faces.
Yeah.
I even recognize like some of the names in the chat on the side here as well.
Yeah.
It's just funny when you see them in real life. You're like, wow, you actually are a human being.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think it's because I've been approached by a couple people, but I actually have had an odd experience with an interaction where because I take the train to sixth form. So I must have been taking the train, and I posted a video later that day, and someone had commented exactly where I was in the train and
oh my god,
exactly
yeah.
what I was wearing. And I was so confused, and they were saying, "Oh, I see you on the train every day, but I'm too scared to approach you and stuff like that." So now I was for the next
Now
couple
every
days, I was
time you get the
looking
train,
around
you're thinking, who is
yeah.
it?
Dude, that's a scary one.
Could be someone.
Oh, that I've had so many messages as well, like, oh, I saw you and so, and I'm like, why didn't you say anything? Why are you just watching me?
So a question about the Creator Fund. Do you guys know much about that? Like, do you think other social media apps should do the same? And what do you think about it?
I don't use it. I don't know if you guys do, but like I don't know. I Googled it and it kind of seemed like you didn't make that much money from it, and it could really like decrease the views on your videos and like how many accounts your videos were reaching. So I just never went for it. And I guess a lot of the time when you get brand deals through TikTok, they'll email you, and I feel like that you can make more money. I feel like doing that than necessarily using the Creator Fund. But I mean, I might be wrong, but that's my take on it.
I'm on the Creator Fund actually, and I have been on it for like 4 or 5 months. You definitely get more money from like brand deals. Like I made like 40p like some days, but when you get like a viral video, you can make quite a lot on there, and it's literally just money for doing what I would be doing anyway, for doing what I love. So I was on it, but like you said, I was scared about like the decrease in views and stuff. And
And
recently,
did you feel like that happened, or?
well, so I've been on it for so many months and I never experienced anything.
Yeah.
And I made like good money on there as well. I was like, this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
after 2 months you can withdraw it, and it was like I was just taking in like just £100 every like so often just for literally doing nothing. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But recently, I don't know whether the algorithms are wrong or if I'm shadow banned or I don't no idea. But my views have dropped, and I'm thinking of leaving it and seeing if it will help.
Yeah.
It's very like mixed opinion. Some people think it affects them, some people doesn't. Because I was on it for so long and my videos were doing fine. So,
Yeah. That's so
but
interesting.
it is really interesting.
Yeah.
But I might leave it. But I don't know. The £3 a day is like it really it boosts my.
You know, that's your coffee for the day, though. That's actually
Exactly.
not bad. Yeah.
No, I'm not on it as well actually, but I've got a couple friends. Some friends are on it, some friends that aren't. So I've got two instances. One of my friends that are on it said nothing happened to their channel. Like they're earning quite a lot from it and it's good. But another friend that went onto it saw that their views decreased as well. So I don't know where to stand with it.
I do think like TikTok were very, very, very clever though by making the creator fund, because they're like, oh, you want to go on that app? We'll pay you to make videos, you know? So it's an amazing way to get
Yeah.
billions of users. I don't know if other social medias would or should do it really. I just think sometimes it ruins people's authenticity if they're only joining just to make money, which is why I think the Creator Fund decreased some people's views, was because they were joining to make money and they weren't actually posting good content.
Yeah.
So probably why they weren't getting any views. But I think it just depends. I don't know. Maybe try it out or take it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe try it for a week or a month or whatever you like.
Good advice. It's very varied, it seems.
Yeah.
So we've got time for one more question.
Mhm.
So people want me to talk about my racial experiences on TikTok after I commented something, but a couple of months ago I wrote an article about institutional racism and I got loads of backlash. I imagine it could be worse on TikTok. Do you think I should just go for it or not talk about it? Or if it gets too personal, like how do I set up boundaries?
I believe the person should go for it, because I feel like when you start seeing more people posting about stuff like this, it inspires other people to step up and post this. And like I said, you're always going to get the hate comments and the other people saying stuff, but at the same time, you're going to inspire a lot of people as well. So I feel like you're going to help more than it hurts. So I feel like you should just go for it.
Yeah, same. The positive definitely outweighs like the negatives. Like you are 100% gonna get backlash for everything that you do. I've had like so much backlash from like the most ridiculous things ever. Like it just happens, and it will happen forever. Like in life in general, like you will just receive backlash from speaking out about things that you're passionate about. But the positive definitely outweighs. Like you are gonna inspire so many people, and educate a lot of people as well. But you don't have to respond to every comment. You can easily delete comments like if you want to. You don't have to leave them on your page. I think like replying to like comments with a video feature is like really, really good. Like when you can reply to comments with an actual spoken video so that you can explain yourself properly.
Yeah.
It can be really helpful. Also going live as well is really good because it's like way more conversation based, so you can actually have a meaningful conversation. But don't feel obliged to reply to everybody. I would say you don't have to. Just because they left a comment, you don't need to reply to it. You don't need to read it either.
Yeah, I completely agree with all of that, and I feel like social media in general is such a good way to kind of talk about social and political issues, particularly when I feel like a lot of mainstream media doesn't really speak up on those things just at all. And I think, you know, Twitter can be good, but it's quite a toxic place, and I feel like Instagram isn't really set up for that. But I feel like just like the exposure you can get on TikTok with like sharing information and like the kind of educational potential of it, then I think definitely go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Laura just said, sorry, her Wi-Fi cut out. But I think that was everything. Is there anything else that you guys want to say before we finish up?
Don't think so. Has everybody asked all their questions?
Yeah, we've only got 10 minutes left before the the timer runs out.
Okay.
But thank you to everyone for joining.
Yeah, thank you